guys, so in all honesty, I had a video planned out for today, but the script was just garbage. I wasn't liking it, I wasn't making any sense, so obviously I decided to scratch it, skip it, get rid of it. It was not happening today. I didn't want to plow through it just for the sake of putting something up, so I am doing something a little bit different today. This video is a very unplanned video. I just have so many things rambling around inside this madness that is my head that a lot of them don't have any premise to have a full video for, so I have a little notebook here of just stuff that I'm thinking about but don't want to put into a full video that I'm just gonna talk about today. Stuff that I'm thinking about and that maybe you're thinking about or you know about or have some comments about, and we can just talk about them in the comments section. So that's pretty much what this is. So yeah, it's probably gonna get really random stuff that Sarah is thinking about. This could get dangerous. Okay, so the first thing that was on my mind was what I was going to do today's video on about, but again, the script was just turning into absolute garbage fest, so it was, if you're reading the 7 Deadly Sins manga, it's about recent happenings in the manga. More specifically with the sin of lust / 10 Commandments, Gowther. Now, already, if you are only watching the anime or you're not up to speed on the manga, spoilers, I don't know, skip somewhere into this video, you know how it all works. So, in the recent chapters of the manga, first of all, I have to say that Gowther was not a character that I was exactly looking forward to. If you remember my first ever video that went up on Janvi over 2 years ago was 7 Deadly Sins, and for some reason, it is one of the most watched episode videos on this channel at over 1,700 views. I thank you guys for that, but I have no idea why you like it so much. So yeah, Gowther, however the hell you say his name. Again, not watching the anime, so I don't know how they're pronouncing it, so forgive me if I keep changing how I'm pronouncing it every single time I say it. But recently we've been getting, finally, the backstory on Gowther. Who is he? Where does he come from? All of the hoo-ha that we don't know about this character. And recently, his the last couple of chapters that we've had in Nanatsu no Taizai is that he knew the king of Leonis, Bartra, when he was a little boy, essentially. He knew Bartra, and he knew his older sister, which we didn't know that he had, Nadja, however you pronounce her name as well. It's got a D in front of a J. That can't be any fun to pronounce, but let's say Nadja for now, I think. That's what we're gonna go with. So, Gowther met Nadja after real demon Gowther released him from his puppety mindset. He pretty much gave him a will of his own and said, you're allowed to be your own person, I want you to, you know, fulfill my one dream, and then your life is yours. This is essentially what he told Puppet Gowther to do. So somehow fast forward some number of, I'm sure, thousands of years, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head because, you know, off the top of my head right now, and he somehow ended up, Puppet Gowther, somehow ended up in the Fairy King's forest, which ended up under the castle of Leonis. And that's where he met Bartra and Nadja. And through Nadja, he, you know, learns a little bit more about the world, and they share certain interests in Nadja's favorite book and character, and slowly they fall in love. Which we're not even going to talk about how kind of weird that is. She's essentially in love with a blow-up doll. Yeah, one of those, yeah. And she does the bound chicka wow wow with it, and it's kind of weird and kind of gross, and then she dies right after that. She just couldn't handle the hotness. This is getting really, really weird already. So with all the stuff that is happening with Gowther and how we're slowly learning his background story, more and more questions just keep on popping up about the guy. And my biggest concern actually about finally learning some of it is that did it take too long for us to get there? Because I didn't like Gowther's character. I hated him, thought he was a dick, thought he was an ass. I didn't see the point of his character other than to keep messing with Diane's mind and have them do the whole thing with Diane and King and how they love each other but don't say, and she doesn't remember, but something about him, he smells nice. I don't know, there was scent involved and stuff. Things happened. So with all of that, it was kind of more and more becoming a case of, why is he here? What's the point of this character? I mean, we've been given hints and drops of little scraps as to what his character pertains. I mean, now we know that he's a doll. He was originally created by the real Gowther to do certain things for him and experience the outside world for him. He was a member of the 10 Commandments, and he tricked the 10 Commandments into getting Demon Gowther out. That's all fine and dandy. So now that we're starting to learn a little bit more about him, I'm liking his character a bit more, but it's more like I'm liking past puppy Gowther, who was like a little baby and just didn't know any better about anything, not current Gowther, who's still being an ass and screwing with people's mind, and has vanished, by the way. I was rereading some of these chapters and going, oh yeah, you pissed off at some point. I totally forgot. See, that's how much I didn't notice he was gone. Did it take too long for us to get to his backstory? I kind of feel like yes, because at that point I didn't care anymore. I didn't care. He wasn't a backstory character that I wanted to know more about, like Bon or Meliodas or King. There's still questions about their backstory. Well, King and Meliodas specifically that we still don't fully know, and Merlin as well. She's a whole other shroud of mystery that we have no idea what the hell's going on in there. She's the daughter of someone important. Who that person is, I have no idea. I don't even remember their name. Do I have it here? Hold on. Belialin. There's a lot of L's and I's in it. She's the daughter of someone really important, apparently. Your guess is as good as mine. This is what happens when I have caffeine in the morning. Holy shit. Moving on to another manga that I'm reading and an anime that I stopped watching for ever ago is Fairy Tail. Yes, the newest mother of chapters is Fairy Tail. Like this video, if you're on the same boat as me, is just get on with it, hero. Like, holy crap. Like, I feel like this arc where they're having this major fight war with, what's his name? Oh my god. Zeref, there we go. This whole war thing that they're having with Zeref, I feel like that could have ended like 50 chapters ago. Good god, they're just drawing it out and drawing it out. And it doesn't help that their chapters are really, really short too. They're not like some chapters like right now with, if you're reading it, Clear Card arc for Cardcaptors, their chapters are a good size. Fairy Tail's chapters are like 12 pages long at times, and you're just like, oh my god, this is not worth my time anymore. I'm more of just reading it just to see how it ends. Kind of like with D. Greyman. I feel like it released a chapter, I say recently, but this was freaking months ago as well. I'm more just reading it just for the sake of reading it and seeing where the hell the author is going with all of this BS. That's also going on. But yeah, with Fairy Tail, it's definitely becoming more and more of a, okay, Natsu, save the day. Come on, I gotta do lunch soon. Let's get on with it. Just hurry up and beat this guy with Nakama power, friendship. I honestly thought Juvia was finally going to be a character that they were going to kill off for good, and I thought it would have been a really, really good growth development moment for Grey, especially if they did, like some of you know, Hero wrote Rave Master, and what they had there, similar characters, is Musica, I think his name was Musica, who was a silver bender, essentially, had a love interest, and she sacrificed herself to save him, and he now uses her silver. They each had like their own respective silver item that they used to fight with, and he now uses her silver to fight with, and it was a very touching bonding thing, and it was like, oh, tears. And if they would have done something like that with Juvia, if Juvia did sacrifice herself, I think there was a part in it where she was blood-bending, essentially, more Avatar shit in this stuff, she was essentially blood-bending her blood into Grey to save his life, which we're not even talk about transfusion-wise how that might not work, and that might have killed him faster. Assuming they were the same blood type, that would have been really, really cool. That Juvia sacrificed herself, and now Grey has this new life, and, you know, Juvia is technically always part of him. That could have been a really, really cool thing they did, but no. Hero decided to be like, Wendy. I think Wendy popped up out of nowhere and saved the day with that, so good god, Lucy Hartfilia, get your act together. Like, it's such a waste of character that I feel like she could have been a really amazing female character. If anything, she was set up to be a really amazing character, but it's like Hero suddenly became a 16-year-old and went, haha, boobs and butt, and now she's just, well, she has been for a long time, it's just a boobs and butt joke every 5 pages in the manga, and especially when they had that second time leap after Fairy Tail had been disbanded and Natsu went off and everybody went off and Lucy became a reporter or whatever. You know, they went back and, oh, she's got this new kind of celestial magic, this outfit thing, and let's show how awesome she is. And she was awesome. She was finally fighting and finally holding up on her own and didn't need to be saved like the Princess Peach she apparently was, and was, you know, able to step up and even impress Makarov, which I feel like wouldn't be that hard to impress any of us if she was like, oh my god, you fight and didn't lose all your clothes? But then they went back to, yeah, she's useless. We're gonna use her as a heat blanket for Natsu. Fan service, and it was a downhill moment from there right away. So highly unfortunate where that manga is going. I feel like a lot of people are just getting to the point where it's like, okay, let's just finish this and be done with it. You kind of run your run and things are just kind of starting to go downhill. Not fast, but they're slowly starting to roll down a little hill. So segueing into manga, talking about it 10 seconds ago, well, probably more than 10 seconds ago, 10 seconds in my head at least, with the Cardcaptors Sakura Clear Card arc. There's been some footage released, or at least some shots released, I honestly haven't looked into it, about the Clear Card arc anime. Now what's funny about it though is that everybody is finally losing their mind about a new Cardcaptors series, and it's like, guys, they've been talking about this like months ago. Like, they were releasing information about this forever ago, but you were all losing your minds over Code Geass. So if this is news to you that there's a new Cardcaptors series coming out, then jump back a couple of videos in my playlist and you'll see that I talked about it. The manga, I've been reading the manga, seeing where it's going, and talking about who's going to be doing the anime, who's going to be voicing it. I think I kept all that in there. Sometimes I cut stuff out because I don't have time to leave it all in. So if that's news to you, go watch that. I talked about it for friggin' ever ago, but people are only now going, oh my god, there's an anime! Yeah! Old news, guys. Keep up. Yep, just one more thing. So Andrew, Jack, and I, if you know Jack from our gaming videos, we've been talking about maybe going back to doing some Minecraft videos, and I have an idea, though, that it won't just be us wandering around aimlessly, me staring at a wall, mining, and having us just build a house for no apparent reason. We're thinking of actually doing a let's play, but to have an actual goal in mind, and here I am, I'm going to name drop. I've been watching the Rooster Teeth team play their Minecraft Let's Plays. I started at episode 1, and I'm at episode 113, I think, now, out of 50 plus episodes? I'm almost there. It's taking me about 2 weeks. They've just been going on in the background while I've been working on cosplays nonstop. So watching them, though, they actually have like a game that they play within the game every single time. So I'm thinking maybe if we do something like that, you guys would be more interested, instead of it's just, look, we built a house. Now we're going to do a basement. Now we're going to do this tower. Now Sarah died after eating flesh, and that was a dumb idea. So if you guys have any ideas, something you'd like to see us do, I'm opening that up onto the floor here. I have a couple ideas, but I know if you guys have seen somebody else do something in other Minecraft Let's Plays, because I know there's a bazillion in one of them. But if you have an idea, comment below. Let us know. Maybe we'll do that. I'm a little hyper right now. I'm finally deciding to just talk. But now I want to go work on cosplay, because, you know, I've got my Inuyasha cosplay going on, and then I've got my secret cosplay going on, and it's turning out really, really freaking awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see it, but you won't be able to see it till Anime North. Ha 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 ha. Am I making the bookshelf teeter and rock, and that's got breakables on the top of it, so let's stop doing that. I'm seeing if I can make the camera shake. I don't know if I am. So that's pretty much what's going on in the mind of Sarah. I think that covers all of it. Yep, looks like it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched all of this and you're like, holy crap, that girl needs to get off sugar, I only had sugar in my tea this morning, and it wasn't that much. It wasn't even a teaspoon, I don't think. I might have been a teaspoon, but I don't think that's enough to get me hyped up. I'm just awake now. And now it's time to go and do some more things and have some more fun and watch more grown men run around and scream at screens. Scream at screens. So, thank you guys so much. Whoa! Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check it on Tuesdays when Andrew usually uploads, Fridays when I upload, and Saturdays when we do gamings with Jack. I know Andrew and I keep on saying Saturdays and Sundays. Whatever the banner says. If the banner says Saturday, it's Saturday. I'm 99% sure it's Saturday. Until next time, geek on!